For decades, doctors believed metformin worked mainly in one place, the liver, simply to lower glucose production and improve insulin sensitivity. What if one of the world's most prescribed diabetes drugs works somewhere you never expected? Well, newer research is revealing something surprising. It is now known that one of metformin's most powerful effects may actually happen inside your gut by changing the trillions of bacteria living there. And those microbes may influence blood sugar control, metabolism, and inflammation in ways we are only beginning to understand. So today, let's break down what metformin may really be doing inside your body.
Metformin is one of the most widely prescribed medications in the world. It's commonly used for type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, and polycystic ovary syndrome. In fact, millions of people take it every day to help regulate blood sugar and improve metabolic health. But what many people don't realize is that a large portion of metformin never even enters the bloodstream. Instead, it stays inside the gastrointestinal tract, interacting directly with your gut microbiome. And that interaction may explain a lot of what we see clinically. Here is where things get interesting. Metformin appears to change populations of bacteria linked to improved metabolic function. Now, inside your digestive tract are trillions of microorganisms, bacteria that help regulate metabolism. These organisms, known as microbes, regulate inflammation, energy extraction from food, blood sugar regulation, hormone signaling, digestion, and immune function. Believe it or not, researchers now recognize the microbiome as a powerful regulator of insulin sensitivity. When the gut microbiome becomes imbalanced, it can contribute to metabolic problems like insulin resistance. So the question researchers began asking was simple. What happens to the microbiome when someone takes metformin?
Studies have shown that metformin changes the composition of gut bacteria in several important ways. One example is an increase in some bacteria associated with improved metabolic health. At the same time, metformin promotes bacteria that produce beneficial compounds known as short-chain fatty acids. These compounds help reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and strengthen the intestinal barrier. In other words, metformin may help reshape the microbial environment in ways that support metabolic function. But that's only part of the story. Your gut doesn't just digest food, it also releases hormones that influence metabolism. One of the most important is GLP-1, a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar and appetite. Interestingly, changes in gut bacteria triggered by metformin may increase GLP-1 signaling. This could help explain why many patients experience improved glucose control, reduced appetite, and modest weight loss. But before we go further, there's something most people misunderstand about gut bacteria.
They play a role in another fascinating pathway involving bile acids. You see, bile acids are produced by the liver to help digest fats, but they also act as signaling molecules that influence metabolism. Interestingly, gut bacteria help convert bile acids into forms that activate metabolic receptors throughout the body. And research suggests that metformin changes these bile acid pathways, improving metabolic signaling and glucose regulation. In other words, metformin may not just act as a glucose-lowering medication, it may also function as a therapy that reshapes the gut microbiome.
This microbe interaction may also explain why some people experience digestive side effects when starting metformin. Symptoms such as bloating, diarrhea, abdominal discomfort are relatively common early on. These effects may occur because the drug is actively altering the microbial ecosystem in the gut. Fortunately, for many people, the microbiome gradually adapts over time and symptoms improve. The bigger takeaway is this: metformin may not work only as a traditional pharmaceutical drug, it may also function as a therapy that modifies the gut microbiome. And your gut microbiome plays a powerful role in metabolic health. Diet, lifestyle, sleep, and physical activity can all influence these microbial communities, and those changes can directly impact blood sugar regulation. This highlights how deeply interconnected metabolism and gut health really are. As a physician, I can sincerely tell you that one of the most interesting aspects of this research is how it reframes metabolic disease. Conditions like insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes are not just about glucose levels. They involve complex interactions between hormones, organs, metabolism, and the microbiome. And metformin remains one of the most studied and widely used medications in metabolic medicine. But its effects may be wide-ranging and more biologically fascinating than we once thought. As science continues to explore the gut microbiome, we are discovering that tiny microbes may have enormous influence over human health. And sometimes medications we have used for decades may be working in ways we never fully understood. If you found this explanation helpful, consider subscribing for more physician-led insights into metabolism, aging, and metabolic health. Because understanding how the body works may be one of the most powerful tools we have to protect it.